Hey guys, it's Brittany, Drops of Jupiter Astrology, and today we are going to discuss the fifth and sixth house. Um, these two houses I haven't covered yet. We've done 1 through 4, and so now today we're going to discuss 5 and 6, their attributes, what they're all about, and what you'll find there in a chart. So. If you guys ever have any questions for me, please feel free to go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Drops of Jupiter Astrology. Also, my Instagram page, Astro by B. There's underscores, so it's astro_by_B. Please, follow, and you can always hit me up on Instagram with any questions about your chart, anything of that nature, and you can always email me at dropsofjupiterastrology@gmail.com. So, today we're going to discuss the fifth and sixth houses, and just what they mean in a chart. And if you want to know more about your fifth and sixth house and what you have there, you can always hit me up. I can send you your chart, or you can go to astro.com. Go to Chart Ascendant Drawings and put in your information, and it'll pull up your chart. You may not know what it says. That's why you would ask someone like myself to interpret it for you. But you can always see at least the planets that are in those houses and in all of the houses. The fifth house now is commonly referred to as the house of pleasure. And it's the house of fun and the house of, just all the things we love and that make our life more wonderful and joyful, which is so perfect that my cat just strolled in. Say hi, Ty. Hello. So, and I have my family and my son, the pictures behind me today, because I thought it was really perfect with the vibe that we're talking about in the fifth house. The fifth house is ruled by the sun, and it's ruled by Leo. Fifth house, commonly, you will hear people say children. It rules children, which my son, his pictures are behind me. Why does fifth house rule children? Well, because children bring us joy, and children are, some of the most creative beings on the planet. They see everything for what it is, and, so creativity is also a part of fifth house. Your ability to be creative, and children, because children are linked to creativity, things that bring you pleasure and fun and joy, things that you just love to do in a creative realm is fifth house. Music, dancing, theater, art, science, literature, these types of things. Anything that's emotionally enriching, something that's pure pleasure, things that are just joyous. That is what fifth house is about. If you think of the sun and how the sun brings light is uplifting. If you say to somebody, you bring so much light into my life, that's a good thing, that's a positivity. So you would figure if the fifth house has light shining on it because it's ruled by the sun, it's uplifting. It's things that bring light into your life. It's things that make you feel happy and joyous and inspire creativity and joy within you. And also because fifth house does rule children. If let's say you have Saturn in fifth house, remember that I've said that the houses are not necessarily the energy where, the sun will bring vitality to whatever house it's in. It's that energy. But the house that is ruled by the sun, well, the fifth house deals with where the energy is manifesting within your chart. So you may see that Saturn there, which whatever sign Saturn is in, whatever house Saturn is in, it shrinks that house. So children, it could indicate, obviously depending on how it's aspected and looking at the whole chart, but Saturn in the fifth house can in some instances indicate that you will have very few children or have trouble conceiving children. Jupiter there would be the opposite. Jupiter's expansion, for example. So that would be, you're going to have a lot of children. So that's how we look at how the energy manifests. And so like I, for example, have Neptune in the fifth house. So that is an indicator as to why I love to perform, why I love to sing and dance, and that type of creativity is Neptune it rules TV and acting and illusion and all of that, and so that would be linking to fifth house in that way. So those are just a few examples of what fifth house would look like, and it's all about creativity and just feeling good. The fifth house literally asks the question, does it make me feel good? How does this make me feel? Is it bringing me pleasure? Are these things, these are the things that, just make you feel good. They bring light to your life. And so that's fifth house in a nutshell. It's just a really fun, wonderful, joyous house, where you're going to see all of the joys in your life manifest within, within fifth house. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up my notation here. Okay, so we're going to move on to sixth house. Sixth house is a little bit more involved than fifth house, because fifth house is just so simply to the point, joy and pleasure, creativity, and that type of, those types of things. Sixth house is most well known for health being the staple main attribute of this house. It's commonly referred to as the house of health. It's all about maintaining good health and the ability to cope in the face of adversity. This is the house that indicates how well you kind of step up in crazy situations. How do you handle them? If someone was to fall down and break their leg, are you gonna freak out, scream, and pass out? Or are you gonna be like, all right, I got this. I got the phone number, I got it, I got it on speed dial, hey, like you're handling it. Or, do you freak out, you can't deal with it, you shut down. That's going to be indicated in your sixth house. Shortcomings. This house speaks to our shortcomings and what we do with those shortcomings, as well as work and service. Virgo and Mercury are the rulers of sixth house. Virgo is all about service to the collective. I want to help the collective. I want to be in service to the collective. I want to teach the valuable lesson of how to be in service Um, and so this is very important to sixth house. Employment, employers, employees, they are ruled by sixth house. And also, it focuses on diet, fitness, hygiene. It's how well do we tend to these areas in our life? You know, are we dealing well with a crisis of illness, or if we were to, you know, lose our job and we have no income, how are we handling these situations? And then when those things are not, you know, awry, and we have stable employment, you know, how well are we tending to our health and our fitness and our hygiene, and, you know, caring for ourselves, as well as being in service to the collective when we're not stressed out, when we're able to focus on those things? Are we consistently, you know, doing what we need to have quality of life, which basically starts with our health and our ability to have health? Because let's face it, if you're sick and you're not well and you're not taking care of yourself, you're not going to have quality of life. You're not going to be able to serve the collective. You know, in my Virgo video, I spoke about the perfect example of a Virgo, Mother Teresa, who was helping people with leprosy. And, you know, there was literally nothing she could do to cure them, but it was basically just the idea of, let me be here for you, let me help to care for you and serve you and make you comfortable, and, you know, just help your life be as quality as possible, and as good a quality as possible. And, you know, that's a really big piece of Virgo, and it's a really big piece of the sixth house, because it's like, how much are we doing of that? You know, if we don't want to do our work, if we don't like the job we're doing, are we still doing it with integrity? And are we still, you know, doing this job because we're going to enjoy the work as much as possible, and know that the work that we're doing has purpose, that it's helping somebody, and it's helping you know, us to grow, even that, you know, everything that we do, our duties, our responsibilities, and our personal growth is all, it all contributes towards this, you know, this idea that we are going to be in service to the collective, and that we are going to be in the moment helping people, and, you know, caring for our own health as well, so that we can then continue to give back, and we do so with appreciation and love and kindness in our heart, so that we can grow, you know, and be a fully realized being in the world. You know, I really enjoy sixth house, because I feel like it's a very forgotten kind of place in the world almost. You know, we tend to forget that everything that we do, you know, has repercussion. You know, if we are kind to ourselves and we are kind to others, then that's a ripple effect. And instead of just thinking, I don't want to spend the money to, you know, fill my cavity, I'm going to let it go, and then your teeth start to rot, and then you're not healthy and you're not well, and then you start to know you have heart palpitations, and then you're not well and you're irritable and you're frustrated and you're not, you know, investing in yourself, and therefore you don't feel like investing in others. You don't feel, you know, it's just, that's also a ripple effect. So it is so important that we care for ourselves and show self-love, and then from that self-love be able to then serve the collective and give back. And that's really a big chunk of sixth house, is our health, our wellness, and our love for serving the collective. And there's Saved by the Bell. All right, guys. Well, that was my interpretation of 5th and 6th house. Please feel free to send me any questions. If you need clarification on anything, you need your chart, you want a reading, anything, please reach out. Instagram at astro_by_b. Follow me there, or go to facebook.com/dropsofjupiterastrology or dropsofjupiterastrology@gmail.com to hit me up with an email. You can also follow the link from Facebook to send me an email there and message me. It's been wonderful. It's been real. I hope this has helped clarify what the 5th and 6th house is. Next, we'll be doing 7 and 8. And I'll see you later, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And always remember to inspire compassion. See ya.